What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a like a 2003-ish Suburban. This thing needs an ignition switch. It's doing some funky things, but this is the ignition switch right here. Pretty easy to do. Just take off the bottom of that steering wheel, and should be a Torx bolt, and then just pry the cover off. All we need to do is just take off the bottom piece, because the way this thing is set in there, it's inside like that. We'd have to push in this pin and this pin in order to slide it out. That way we could take the harness off and replace it. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I found out that the Torx bolt is already out, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that, but I found out it was already out. I didn't take it out, but all we need to do now is just pry it out, or pry off the cover itself. Let me go ahead and try to show you all this. Oh, I forgot to mention, right here we also have to remove the tilt. That's what tilts the steering wheel. So just pull a flathead like that, and then you just pry it out like so. See? But after that, we just need to start prying the cover just open. Be careful when you do it. You don't want to damage your column. There we go. See? There we go. Now your ignition switch is going to be this part right here. Okay, so what you're going to do, and these two pins right here is the ones that I was talking about earlier. What I do is I pull down on it first, push in the pin, push in this pin, and push in this pin again, and it should just pop out. Let me go ahead and show you this. Now, also, there's a little harness right here that comes from the key that you need to bring down from this right here. The little clip part right there. See? And now you just pull down. There you go. See? There's that one right there, and the new one. Now you see how this is different? There, right there. Never, you want to avoid messing with this, because it'll take it off of the alignment, and I'll show you an example of what happens if you misalign it. But yeah, let's go and put the new one on. Just like that. Okay, so I turned it all the way down, and the way I'm going to know if it's on the run position is by turning this. You can feel it kind of like spring loaded. That means it's all the way on. Now, for example, let's you know what, I'm going to turn the key back. Watch. Hold on. You gotta leave the key there. Sorry about that. The battery to the Suburban actually died, but we had it on the on position, just like that. And this is when it's correctly. So off, everything would be off. When you put it on, it'll crank just fine. Now, I'm going to show you an example of what happens if you misalign it. Okay, so I went like about 2 teeth over. The first thing that you should see is that battery light over there. When the battery light is on, means that the ignition was just slightly turned. Because look, that's key all the way on. You can still start it perfectly. Everything would work perfectly. But then, once you turn it all the way off, this is completely off, key removed. Battery light's on. That means, like I said, that means something's off. The ignition switch is turned some. So, what you would have to do is you'd have to turn this, the little knob towards your right. So, harness would be facing away from you. The ignition switch facing towards you like this. And you turn it towards your right until your battery light turns on or off. See, that's like if the key was on, and this is key off, right about there. Now what you would do is you put the ignition switch in, like so, key on, and you'd try it out real quick. See? Everything's correct. No lights on, and we're good. So now what we'd have to do, put the little harness back to where it was. Right inside of there. Let's see if I can get it in there. There we go. Make sure your ignition switch is nice in there. And then we'd have to put our bottom cover back on.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Y'all can book Benito's concert.
Oh, you're recording?
Yep.
Dijo que no tenía la transmisión, nomás tenía el remap on the transmission. 3-year warranty.
There we go. Then we got everything clicked back in. And now we got to get our little tilt.
It's a 2008 Chevy.
And all we're going to do is just put it in like this. Pop it into place. Like that.
Yeah.
Tilt works perfectly fine. The whole thing's on. Let's try it one more time. Everything works perfectly fine. But yeah. But it was a pretty easy thing to do, not that hard. Just make sure you align it right, if not you're gonna have the key on without even having it on, you know. But yeah, keep an eye out for the next video. Next video is gonna be a 6.2 Escalade. I'm gonna put a Texas Speed performance cam in it. I love Texas Speed. It's what I use on my my personal vehicle on the Avalanche. Got a 228 by 228 camshaft, and I have I even polished the heads on it, and have headers, and I did my own custom tune. But yeah, just keep an eye out for the next video on that Escalade. I'm gonna be doing it here pretty soon, and hopefully I can get it out pretty soon also. Thanks for joining me, guys.